This is a gnome story.
Beginning in a very special place.
Where these tiny creatures lived, among tall grasses and giant clovers.
Every leaf and flower glistened with dew and light.
And everything felt enormous and magical through the eyes of those who lived there.
The gnomes devoted themselves diligently to collecting, selecting, and cultivating the finest.
Their profound knowledge of botany, passed down and kept secret for millions of years, allowed them to create unique and extraordinary varieties. Seeds capable of growing in the most hidden corners.
And turning the grass and flowers into a world brimming with magic and life.
Tiny guardians of the garden carefully explored every corner. Following sparkling streams, drops of dew and hidden springs. Carrying the water in leaves, acorns and tiny pitchers. Thanks to their efforts, their home remained lush, moist and full of life.
They always lived with serene joy, for their work was essential to the garden, directly benefiting their home and the entire tiny ecosystem around them. Each day brought calm satisfaction and the certainty that they were nurturing a world full of life and harmony. These tiny beings were enchanted by the flowers, the earthy scent of wet soil, and the countless insects that filled the garden. With watchful eyes and curious hands, they explored their secrets, discovering how every bee, beetle, or butterfly helped the flowers spread their pollen, participating in a delicate balance that kept the garden thriving and alive.
For these tiny inhabitants, flower pollen was more than golden dust.
It was a treasure containing the very essence of the garden's life. Each tiny grain was carefully preserved, studied, and cherished.
For the strength of new plants, the abundance of fruits, and the magic that kept their home alive depended on it.
Protecting, collecting, and understanding it was their greatest joy. A sacred bond between them and the nature around them. The gnomes knew the plants they tended perfectly. They knew when they needed water, shade, or a boost of nutrients. They transformed leftover leaves and seeds into a compost that seemed to glow with life.
Placing it carefully near the roots, as if feeding tiny green hearts.
Under their constant care, the shoots grew strong and healthy.
Each leaf and petal showing the vitality of a garden nurtured with genuine love. With watchful eyes and tiny hands, the gnomes guided it to the thirsty roots,
ensuring not a single drop went to waste.
They made use of every bit of water, every blade of grass, and every ray of sunlight, cleverly using all the resources around them to keep their home vibrant and thriving.
Planting new shoots and meticulously inspecting every stem, every centimetre of leaf that grew, was what truly filled their hearts.
Every seed that sprouted, every leaf that opened to the sun, gave them silent pride and deep meaning.
Nurturing life from its very beginning, watching it respond to care and love.
was their purest joy and their way of connecting with everything around them. What others call bad weather, the gnomes saw as a message of hope.
Each drop offered them rest, a moment to regain strength and tend to their tiny home.
Beneath the gentle sound of water on leaves and soil, they felt that everything was right.
That their little world remained safe and alive.
And that the storm was not an obstacle, but a hug from nature.
Reminding them of the warmth and safety of home.